All right, here we go. Welcome to episode 9 of Unintentional ASMR, How to Start a Podcast video series. We got some interesting feedback from this last one, and it brings up the question, what's in a name? What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would be just as sweet. That's my Juliet impression. Thank you very much. You may be noticing that I look very glamorous today. That's because I just did one of my tiki-talkies. Before you go, because I know some of you are in and out pretty fast because of this whole name thing, we'll get to that. But before you go, if you haven't checked out my TikTok, it's on TikTok under the name Lisa Pedace. That's Italian, because I'm Italian, American. If this were Italy right here, Pedace would be like right about there on the foot. Southern part of Italy. That's where I'm from. That's what my name is. But what's in a name, clearly some people have issues with the name of this podcast video series, How to Start One, because they're like, this is an ASMR. How is this ASMR? I don't know. People tell me it's ASMR because I have a lovely voice. They say you should do ASMR. Now, I know that the people who listen to ASMR, they get something called tingles, and they can't tell you what causes it. Something gives it to you or it doesn't. But what gives you tingles is a very personal thing. So just because what I'm doing doesn't give you tingles is no reason to get mad at me. This was a prop. In regular TV, the kind that pays, when they drink red wine, it's a prop. And so they're drinking maybe grape juice. But here in my home studio, sure, the pay isn't as good, but the advantage is we don't bother with fake props. We just pour some wine. Just gonna have a sip real quick. Delicious. This is a wine called Sheriff from Buena Vista. Buena Vista Winery is a charming winery in Sonoma. I wanted to get it right. And there's some elaborate story about a count. This video is not being sponsored by Buena Vista, but Buena Vista, if you would like to sponsor it, you can send your wine to me. Just email me and you can send me some wine for free and I will drink it during my How to Start a Podcast video. You guys, should I change the name? Because there's some confusion. Now, I will admit that I like the confusion. And also, I like to play around with things. Unintentional ASMR, very popular thing to be searched. So I'm coming up in some search results, which is a positive thing. I want people to find my content and watch it, but then they're clicking away because, as this woman said, like, what is this? Why is this unintentional ASMR? Who are you? What are you doing? My question back was, what is unintentional ASMR? She's like, that's different because somebody posted them because it gave them tingles. It's been curated is what they're saying. And that mine is not curated. Mine is just a cheap attempt to get views. What do you think show business is? That's all I'm saying. So my question to you, those of you who are listening, is do you have any name suggestions for me? I will say I just came across the name Nikki Lipstick, which I think is a fantastic name. I'm sorry, I didn't think of that. Now, does it fit my brand to be like a goth porn star? No, but I love lipstick. And in fact, if anybody out there makes lipstick and would like me to wear it and they would like to send it to me for free, I will put on your lipstick while I drink my delicious Buena Vista wine. By the way, this wine offer is available to anybody who makes wine. Just send it to me and I'll be sure to do a tasting of it online. In fact, if you look at some of my TikToks, you will see some of my short but intelligent tastings that I've done. In my last episode, I said I was going to do a special episode, episode 9. That's pretty special coming after 8. And I said, if you have any special requests, let me know. And I got a couple of requests. One request was that I list my top 3 dinosaurs. Okay, here we go. Brontosaurus, T-Rex, and a Triceratops. And why? I think that these are my 3 favorite dinosaurs because they They've acted a lot. They've been in a lot of movies, and I'm an actor. These are the celebrities. These are the A-listers. See, I was first introduced to these dinosaurs in movies and museums, and I was introduced to them at a young age. And that's why brand marketing to young people is so important, because what you are introduced to at a young age, you develop an emotional relationship to. Back to this brand thing. It's very important to have a brand. And I know I'm not there. I'm in search of a brand. Any suggestions for titles, for branding, put it in the comments. I know I ask a lot, but I trust you. And even the people who have negative comments, I trust that they're correct about what they're saying. Another request I got was to one day do my cat ASMR with a real cat. I don't have a real cat, but I thought just for now, until I, can rent a real cat, which they do in the movies, they'll rent live animals that are trained. So for now, I'll just do a little to kind of hold you over till we can arrange the real cat, or at least even something that looks more like a real cat than this. But just for now, not that you asked for it, it's a bonus. Knock, knock. Who's there? Kitty. Kitty who? Giddy up, cowboy. I was also asked if my lizards are anoles. I had to look that up. I didn't know what an anole was. It sounds like an Italian sandwich to me. No, it's not an anole, but that tells me you have some knowledge of lizards. I had to look up what an anole was, and then I had to look up what my lizards are, and they are, I think they're called street geckos or common garden geckos. I'm going to do an insert right here. He's camera shy. We have two. One, I believe, is a female. She's smaller. And then one is a male. He's bigger. And the male has lost his tail recently. We just noticed that the other day, which was concerning because that means somebody was after him. And he was like, I got to detach. I think that's so interesting that you could lose a part of your body and it would regenerate. That would be a fun superhero to be. Maybe I should start dressing up for these. Not just like this, like just looking, pretty special, like I'm on my way to happy hour, even though I'm just having it at my house by myself. But like a costume. What if I did this in costume? That's a possibility. Comment. Let me know if that's a good idea. Anyway, back to my lizard. He lost his tail, and we feel very bad about that. The lady lizard, not interested. You don't give me tingles anymore. You don't give me tingles anymore. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You don't give me tingles anymore. I think that should go on the album for sure. So this is episode 9, special requests. If you have any more requests, I will put them in the next episode. I'll share something profound with you today, right now. What we choose to talk about controls our emotional state. So as you move forward this week, just remember that what you're talking about is going to control your emotional state. That's why you should talk about very pleasant things, positive things, things that make you happy, and then your emotional state will be happier. If you're always talking about things that upset you, your emotional state won't be so happy. I look sometimes at tips on how to get more people to watch your videos, and one of the things people say is have better thumbnails. After the video, film some shots. So I'm just going to do that now. That'll help a lot. And there you go. That's episode 9, your special requests. This whole series could just be special requests. I guess my question is, what should we do next? We can continue with this, but we can also go someplace else. No one's going to put me in jail over this podcast. And that's called freedom. Don't forget to comment and subscribe.